Timeout talk. Timeout talk.
Hello, everybody. We are already off to a good start. Welcome to another weekly edition of Timeout Talks with Ben and Josh. And, of course, joining us, James, streaming on the one and only Kirk Minahan Show Network, the Minifan Network, I should say. Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and, of course, YouTube. Timeout Talks is brought to you by Chase and Throws Custom T-shirts and accessories, the Ice Shaker, and, of course, proudly sponsored by Kirk Minahan's show. James, we had a good little fun weekend. I mean, I've been to two of the drive-in shows up in Saco. I thought the past weekend was the best Kirk Minahan show I've ever been to. Great time. Special shout out to Kirk and the producers for having us. And yeah, no, they're the real superstars and great venue, James. I had a really good time.
Yeah, it was awesome. No, I appreciate them, letting us be a small part of that awesome show, and hopefully we can continue to be a small part of their show. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, great time. Wasn't too far either. Not too far of a drive, but Benny boy, we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to get into some NFL off-season plans for James's Patriots at the bottom, Ben's Steelers, my Cowboys, and whatever order. Maybe we'll get to, if we got some time, got to get out at 7:30 here. But if we have some time, maybe quick preview, just quick winners of UFC 313, that big event. Alex Pereira, whenever he's on, it feels like it's just a big event. So excited for that one. And some people might think he might actually lose. So that'll be a good card. But yes, Jeff, we've had a new intro. Shout out Cam Lake for doing a little intro now. Yeah.
Bad fan alert. We've had that for probably like 6 weeks. I think, Josh.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
It's about around like 5-6 weeks.
So let's start. So let's get into this here. We've got a lot to talk about. We've had some re-signings. We got free agency next week. James was the one who reminded me of that. Who wants to start it off? Patriots, Steelers, Cowboys?
I'll start it off.
All right, let's see it.
Jimmy's upset. Jimmy's angry. We gotta let him boil over. We gotta let him compose himself. But I forgot that I'm here with the two superstars. I forgot about that. The Saco trip over here. These guys killing it. I guess I'll give a thank you to Kirk too. I don't know. I'll just give him a thank you. I felt like, I don't know. He didn't really. I mean, he's giving me this, so I appreciate the platform. So I feel like I had to give him one, but yeah, we'll start. Jimmy and Josh. It's simple for us over here with the Steelers off-season plan. I like that. I wanted to get the graphic up there too. What a graphic from Josh. Shout out to Josh for that one. Trade away Joe Milton. I like that one. Did I add? I don't know if I added that.
Wow.
I don't know who put that one in there. I like that though.
Sorry,
Tony. Come on, Timmy. We got
Josh, they don't have a
Milton.
Josh, they don't have a quarterback that good on their roster.
Yeah, the Milton one was little error.
That's an accident. I mean, listen. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we've got no Joe Miltons on the team, but no, we're gonna re-sign one of them, Justin Fields. Get Russell Wilson out of here. I'm done with the Russell Wilson experiment. This is another toss-up for me. I mean, we both got Najee and Jalen Warren up for grabs this off-season. Who are we gonna sign? I give it a Najee. I know I should probably go with the youth and everything, but I like Najee. Najee's a power back. We could go get somebody in the later rounds in the draft. I'm sorry, Jalen Warren. It's been fun, but it's kind of like James Conner. We gotta move on. And this is for the defense to solidify it. Landon Roberts had a nice year. Matovich, I always mispronounce it wrong. Tyler, whatever. He's the special teams guy for us. So we need him over there. One of the best special teams out there this past season. So I like to re-sign some of those guys, keep them going. I just had these ones. There's a couple signings. I'm seeing already these Rodgers things. No quarterbacks, nothing. If anything, to be honest, I don't even want a quarterback. I don't even want a quarterback besides getting Justin Fields. Let's re-sign him. If you want to really take a stab at someone later in the draft, I don't want Jackson Dart. I'm seeing these mock drafts with Jackson Dart. No, I'm going to pass on that. No Quinn Ewers. let's just build around. Let's build around this year. But for the free agency, I kind of just picked those guys. Those are the positions we need, Josh. Wide receiver, cornerback, and defensive tackle. So I just threw some of those out there. Keenan Allen. I mean, you got Hollywood. You got Amari Cooper out there. And blanking on the other guy. There's another guy out there. They're all old. They're all sort
Chris
of just
Godwin?
veteran guys. Yeah, Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin. He's going to get a lot of money, though. Chris Godwin. I don't want to pay him for that with the injuries. I think Keenan Allen will be a perfect fit over here. Just sort of mentor George Pickens. Give Calvin Austin sort of lessen his workload over there. Keep him going. DJ Reed. We need some cornerback help. Joey Porter. Regressed a little. He had some good moments in the year, but he definitely needs some help over there. We just need help general in the secondary. And I like this little reunion too, bringing Hargrave back. Ever since he left, 2 Pro Bowls, was a dominant force over there in the 49ers. I'd like to see him get a little money, come back over here, a little reunion with Cam Hayward, sort of end their careers. And I laid out a couple options for the draft, Josh, but this is the number one I want them to do. I want them to go get a Mecca. I don't want really, Jimmy, what's that pronunciation? I don't want to put you that
The
one.
kid on Ohio State.
Yeah, give me that pronunciation just in case if you, Abuka.
Yeah, Emeka Ibuka.
He was supposed to give me the pronunciation so I could yell at him for it, but no, this guy's been about 3 years at Ohio State, just a consistent guy for every quarterback over there. We need some consistency. I'm tired of just George Pickens theatrics. We need somebody just Hines Ward-esque. And I think this guy's got some of the talent over there to do it. He's just a great blocker, too. Just a great locker room guy. He's been a staple over there in Ohio State for all these years. So I think we snag him over there, just give a little stability in that wide receiver core. And I think we got a solid plan. But overall, Josh and Jimmy, no quarterbacks this offseason except Fields. No, I don't want to trade anybody.
How much cap space do you guys have?
$60 million.
60 million. So you got to think
Pretty good.
Fields is going to get at least 15 of that, at least.
Probably 10.
Here's my concern with the Steelers. Can I just give my concern with the Steelers? They've been the same team for the last 7 years, 5 to 7 years. I just feel like until you do something with that quarterback position, you're going to be the same team again. So, like, I understand, like, you want to build around Fields, but for me, Fields is just not a good quarterback. I think they have to take a quarterback in the 2nd or 3rd round and hope they get lucky. I just worry about they're just the same team. They got a really good defense, and then their offense is just stuck in the mud. In this league, you cannot win without a really good quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I guess you try to build around Fields, but I just feel like it's the same thing in Pittsburgh the last few years.
And Najee Harris, I mean, I'm so torn on that.
I'm just saying Fields, too.
Yeah, and you got to pay Watt, too. That's going to eat up a lot of that.
Quick
So,
little lag there from Ben, but yeah, I see your point, James. I mean, that's kind of been their biggest issue is the quarterback. I mean, you need that to win in the National Football League. Look at the Pats. They finally found their guy, and they think so. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
60 million's decent, but
yeah. 60 million, but a lot of that's going to go to Watt, and a lot of that's going to go to Fields. We'll see, man. They definitely need another receiver. I feel like they're really good at drafting receivers, so I don't know if they would take one in the 1st round because how great they are at that. They find them later on. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man.
thank you, David. James, you want to switch to you now? We lost Ben, I think. Little internet thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You want? Okay, I can. All right, here we go. This is.
Yeah, so big off season for the Patriots. I didn't put everything up there, but obviously, they have like almost 130 million in cap space. They're going to be super aggressive. I didn't put everything. I got to look at this. Sorry, I'm on my phone because my laptop is awesome today.
Joe Flacco.
That's I think they bring him as a backup quarterback, to be honest. I think the Jacoby thing's over. I think they will trade Milton. I think they're going to try to get a 3rd round pick, maybe the Saints or the Nardug's awesome, man. He's always great on Twitter. I like that guy.
Thank you.
I think that Yeah, I think they're going to cash in on Milton. You got to remember, like, that's not Vrabel's guy. He'll probably bring in a traditional quarterback like if Flacco is to be the backup. Get some value for Milton while you can. Yeah, I think the Milton Williams guy is going to be a day one signing for them. I think they're going to give him a boatload of money, 80, 90 million, put him next to Barmore up front. You got to beef up both lines. That's what you have to do, and that's what Vrabel did in Tennessee. I think they're going to yeah, Ronnie Stanley, that's a guy. They have another lineman over there. That's a free agent that I wouldn't be surprised if they look at. Jermaine Sherwood is the guy I really like from the Jets. He would be perfect there. He's 25 years old. I think he led the league in solo tackles last year.
Yeah, he did. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that would be a good addition, and Holland would be a great addition to that secondary. I know they have plenty of safeties, but they use them differently, so who knows? I do think, they're going to look at Reed and the cornerbacks. It's going to be interesting, though, because there's a chance that Hunter could fall. So if he falls, I can't see them passing on him. I'm just trying to see what else I put up here. Yeah, and I think they're going to trade for Meyer, and I think they're going to trade for Ayuk. I think the 49ers are in a really tough spot because they got to pay Purdy. Yeah, if he intends to re-sign with the Jets, money talks, so who knows? Maybe he will. But yeah, I just put these in there. We'll see. They definitely need to address that. Yeah, I did read that, Jeff. I guess they got a nice little relationship going. That's great. A lot of people think he has a ton of talent. Didn't get to show it last year, Baker. So I think if you bring in an Ayuk or AJ Brown or T Higgins, I know some of these are unlikely, but I think a lot of these other guys like the Pops and the Bakers and maybe the Polks they will look a lot better because they got that number one. I mean, there's no doubt they have to be aggressive. They have to protect Drake May, and they need to get him weapons. There's no excuse for this team at all.
Yeah, none at all. I think, and that's the thing. You have the money. I mean, it could be similar to that. What was it, 2020 season? Mac Jones, I believe it was his rookie year, right? You guys went absolutely insane.
Yeah, they went insane with like Jonnu Smith and all those guys, Hunter Henry.
Spent the most in free agent history.
These have been going out.
Yeah, but like you have the quarterback. And that's the most important thing for them. Now you just got to fix the rest of your roster. Like Vrabel said, the roster now is going to be completely different come August. So, R.I.P. Ted Sarandis for sure. That was a tough one.
Great Minifan. This has been one kind of floated around here too. Cooper Kupp. He's been kind of. We'll see.
They need to get a grown up in that locker room with the wide receivers in that room. A lot of immaturity going on there last year.
Yeah, I think definitely offensive line. But sorry, go ahead, Bill.
No, sorry, Jesus. I got the lag out the way. Hopefully the lag's gone over here. But no, I'm with Jimmy and Kirk on that one. It's just all about the beef on both sides of the line. I know it's kind of hard, trade like it's going to go Ward and Sanders 1-2, so it's most likely Hunter is going to fall, but I like that kid Mason Graham out of Michigan. Just go beef up. I know it's not the most illustrious pick, or just go get an offensive lineman. I think you address those ones. You got enough cap space to go play around on free agency. Go get one of these wide receivers, another weapon for them. But yeah, I think overall, just for the Patriots, it's simple. Just beef up both those lines.
Is Ben in Iraq?
I wish it was that simple for us.
He's still going. I think we lost Ben for a second here.
Like, where is he?
He does have a little bit of a lag here. Ben, do we have you back? He's been here. He's gone. It's just a throwback to before. All right, James, we'll get the Cowboys out of the way, and then maybe we'll have some time for some UFC. But this, actually, timeout. I do want to say one thing. I think when it comes to the Patriots, you guys, I don't even think it's the draft. I think it's just nailing on these guys in off-season, because your last off-season when you guys went all in, a lot of these guys didn't work out. I think you're onto something. I think they can trade for someone, and kind of like what you're saying, once you kind of get that number one solidified, on the edge there, then the rest will come, because that the wide receiver room is not good right now, and you need to complement Drake May. You've got the money to do so. You have the assets. I don't see why not. And I couldn't agree with you guys anymore. I think if it's available there, yeah, you either trade down or you draft an offensive lineman. Obviously, the Cowboys and the Patriots are in two different positions, but yeah, go ahead.
I will say, I think they're like, obviously their offensive line now is worse than Ben's Wi-Fi. So like, that's a problem. So, so they gotta figure it out. But one name I want to throw out there is the Jeffrey Simmons or whatever, the guy in Tennessee.
Justin.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Jeffrey.
Big fan.
A lot of connections to Vrabel. They're trying to, the salary cap over there, they're trying to get younger. That would make a lot of sense here. Put him with Barmore. That would be pretty crazy. So we'll see what happens.
And in terms of, I'm just going to quickly look here. I'm pretty sure that they called, Jamion Sherwood. I'm pretty sure they called him, the Jets called him their MVP of their season last year.
Yeah, he was great.
A lot of the Jets players were saying that. So he is gone. We'll get him back. He'll probably hear the last half of what I got to say, but we'll go fast. We've got, David, we're talking some football. David, we know you love your football. I'll go fast here. I don't want to take too much time, because I do want yours and Ben's takes on this good UFC card coming up this weekend, but I'll go fast. I know I'm going to get shoot alive, but this is like a realistic off-season plan that I think for the Dallas Cowboys. I think, restructure Dak's contract. I know they did the Odigizua today. They signed him. I'm excited for that. I'm not, hell bent on that. It's not like something I'm super, super excited for, but it's been a major issue in the Dallas Cowboys, franchise for the past 5 years. Even when they had their pretty solid years, they could not stop the run. He's one of our best run stoppers, beef up that defensive line. Hopefully you hope the idiot, I already forget his name, from Michigan, Mozzie Smith, can figure it out. You pair those two together. Who knows? I doubt it. I think you let DeMarcus Lawrence walk. He's going to probably ask for a lot. He's kind of been our unsung hero. I know you've kind of mentioned that in the past, James, so I'm not going to say him, but you've got to bring back Rico Dowdle. I think this is Ben's boy. He had a pretty solid year last year. I'm not saying he needs to be a running back one. If you draft someone, if it is Genty or whatever you do in the second or third round, you draft a running back to pair it with him. I thought Dowdle was great. I thought he was one of our best players to end the season last year after weeks 9 all the way to week 17. Quickly, the signings, I'm already kind of regretting the top one. I think that this is, the Dallas Cowboys have a dramatic for the flair, and Stephon Diggs would make perfect sense in their little world. They've created some cap space with CeeDee Lamb, which I didn't see coming at all, but end rant here. I think they need to bring in a wide receiver. They need to bring someone else in to help CeeDee Lamb, whether they draft it, whether it's a couple starters. I thought David Hellman, who used to be a reporter for the Cowboys, is a Fox guy now, said a very good point. Just go out. It doesn't have to be these huge, fancy. And again, I know the Stephon Diggs one kind of contradicts it, but it doesn't have to be huge, fancy signings. I think guys like Dietrich Wise from the Patriots would give a huge presence for the Cowboys, shore up that end slot. Cam Robinson, an offensive lineman. It doesn't even have to be exactly him, but that's another issue that we have with Zach Martin stepping down. And I'll go quick here. Threw a little interesting one here, but I think if Ashton Genty is there, the Dallas Cowboys are going to select him. I know it. This is what they do. They go talent. It's probably going to happen. Him or the Omarion Hampton, who I don't know much about. I'm going to have to get more familiar with him, but I would love for them to get Luther Burden, or even, hey, Ben's asking about it. Some Cowboys fans want it to happen. Maybe the Cowboys trade down. They trade a little bit back later into the middle of the round, and they draft a linebacker, which is a very needed position there. Jalen Walker, or whoever else is available. I need to kind of freshen up a little bit more there, but this is kind of my plan here. A couple of them, obviously the Odigizua already restructured. Dak needs to happen. I think Parsons will be down the line, but in the Stephon Diggs scares me a little bit, but it's just, I had to put it on there because I see the Dallas Cowboys doing it. I'm ready to get chewed apart here from James, but I think they have a lot of holes. They're not going to be that good of a team next year. And I think that's just a realistic plan for them.
So yeah, the one thing you said that kind of rings a bell is here. They have a lot of holes. So one thing when you say that, it makes me think they would trade back. Some other team trying to move up. Maybe it's the Patriots to sneak back into the first round, or some team. There's a quarterback. There's a lot of rumors saying Sanders is going to drop, or fall, I should say. Maybe you get a team that calls the Cowboys and says, "Hey, we'll give you seconds, couple thirds." And then, you guys have been drafting pretty well lately.
Yeah.
You take those extra picks, those are rookie contracts, that helps salary cap. You're paying all these guys. You just gave Ozigiwala, whatever his name is, $20 million a year. You're gonna have to pay Parsons. I know people are restructuring, and salary cap's kind of a weird thing. But you have to pay guys. The Diggs thing makes a lot of sense to me because his brother, I feel like a lot of times that means a lot to these guys, obviously. And they've said before that they want to play together. So I could definitely see that. The Micah, I agree there. Something's going to happen with Parsons. I was on the trade him thing, but I don't know. I don't know if they can now, but he's going to get if you're giving, we said this today, if they're giving Ozigiwala $20 million a year, dude, they should give this dude $80 million a year. So, and he's a good player, Ozigiwala. So
Odigizua. Ben is trying to join back, but yeah, James, I agree. I think they have so many holes, and they can't just go and sign, a Chris Godwin or, they never do that, but they can't just go out there and sign a big name, free agent, or even a T. Higgins. Like it's not going to solve your issues. We not even in the space to do that. And again, that'd be a nice little pick there for the Pats, but a lot of holes got to be fixed in. Same with Ben's Wi-Fi. I think we're getting there. But...
This dude's in a cave in Afghanistan or something.
Afghanistan. What is going on, Ben? Are you back here?
I don't want to talk. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you well. We're just talking Cowboys off-season plan. Are we breaking up for you, Ben?
No. You're perfect.
Okay.
He's doing good.
No, I went on that little rant last time, and then you guys were just looking at me. So I had a nice little rant about the Patriots just beefing up the lines, and then everybody was looking at me. See, just like there. Everybody was just looking at me again. Cowboys just, I don't know. I'll keep it short and sweet with the Cowboys. They gave Dak too much money. Gave CD too much money, so I don't really know what to do anymore. I don't know why Josh had signing Diggs. That'd be kind of crazy if they signed Diggs. That'd be a little wild, but no, Cowboys unfortunately just got to go through the draft. Just got to end some of those draft picks, Josh, and go get Genty.
I think so too, Ben. We've got about a couple minutes left here. Wrapping up UFC 313. We've got a big card here, or at least a good card for me. This is our motto here on the show is if Josh knows a lot of the fighters, it's going to be a pretty good card. But you got Justin Gaethje. I know Dan Hooker backed out, but Fiziev, that's a nice little rematch there, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And then Pereira, Ankalaev. You got Jalen Turner on the card, King Green. Boys, what matches stand out to us, or fights, excuse me, and who do we see winning? I mean, I'm just going to come on and say it. Ankalaev is not beating Pereira. I'll leave it at that, and I'll leave it to you guys.
I'll just say this real quick, Ben. I think this is going to be his toughest matchup. I'm curious if he tries to take it to... Huh?
There goes Ben, just like that.
All right, I'll go. Pereira's going to win, but I think it's going to be a hard-fought win. Ankalaev has been talking a lot of smack. It's kind of he's fighting during Ramadan too. We got to tell Kyle that. But also, I think Gaethje's going to win that. It's a decent card. I think it's a little top heavy, but it's all right.
Benny boy.
We can get there. Give me Pereira and Gaethje.
Pereira and Gaethje. Oh, CC. Okay.
Did you get that one?
You gonna go with Ball and Colin?
Jalen Turner, Ignacio's a good fight too. I don't know if I got that one off.
You did. You definitely did. I'm laughing at some of these comments. Rob, Ben, you have all week to get the Wi-Fi ready. What's the deal? Ben's Wi-Fi got the KO on him in the first round. Rob, what's there to say? There's one thing I can say. Happy birthday to Zach. who has been he's been on the show. He's a Saints fan. God only knows what their salary cap hell off-season plan is. But yeah, I agree. I think Alex Pereira here. I'm not too familiar with Fazeev. I think from what I've been told, it'll be a pretty good fight. And yeah, I'm interested in seeing that one. And I don't see. I know Ankalaev is a good grappler, good wrestler, but I can't see Alex Pereira losing it to him. I can't. I think if they did do the John Jones Pereira fight, John Jones probably has that. Obviously he's bigger, more physical, but I don't know. I think Pereira wins this one, and I think he's going to knock him out too. And Rob's birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Rob, if I can get that out there.
James not saying happy birthday to Rob. Something to watch out for there.
I blessed Rob a couple weeks ago.
Oh boy, we're back. We're back to that. But last thoughts here. As always, want to say thank you to everybody for joining in. We had to go quick. We're still having some, but we're going to have James end the show here for Ben. I'm just kidding. We'll try to let Ben end it, but I just want to say thank you to all the Minute fans for popping in here. I want to say thank you to all the Timeout Talks fans and all the fans in general for popping in. Should be a good. I hope James is wrong. I know it's a little top heavy with those two, the main event and the co-main event. I hope you're wrong with that. I hope it is a good UFC card. I got Pereira by knockout. Boys, any last thoughts here?
Go Pats.
Ben is gone.
He just leaves.
It's James's bedtime for
that
Dylan.
Dylan is not wrong. Not wrong.
Wow. Here we go. We're bringing it back on Timeout Talks. Here we go. Last minute here. It doesn't feel right for me to end the show. I think I might have to turn it to James, but again, just want to say thank you to everybody for joining. Hopefully the Cowboys do something. They restructure. Dak, you need to restructure. CD should never be restructuring before. I know James is going to say it. It's not on CD. It wasn't CD Lamb's decision. It was probably higher up than that, but come on. Dak needs to throw some money around. Again, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Kirk's show was great. I know he's going to be off for a month there. We'll get back. Maybe we do a little breakdown of that when it's back. We will have a WrestleMania show coming up soon, so we'll keep you up to date on that. But
Josh, maybe we can get that producer Dave. We can get Dave Cullinane on, and I know Fax mentioned he wanted to be on. I know he's suspended from the network, but if that gets lifted, that would be cool.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I just want to say thank you to everybody again for joining. I'm gonna leave it with that, and I'm gonna leave it to James to end the show. James.
Hey, Monday's a huge day for Pats Nation. Let's get back to being a good team with Drake May. Let's sign some free agents and let's be aggressive.
Timeout Talks. Timeout Talks.